Hello everyone, welcome back to the Indie Geek Guide channel and welcome to this hot reaction to Hannibal. I'm not lying, this dates this recording, but it is scorching. It is not good. So if I end up like a puddle of liquids by the end of this and just lose all sense of thought, consciousness, I could just end up a babbling moron by the end of this video. So just so you're all aware, it had out here. But yes, we're here for the penultimate episode of season 1 of Hannibal. There's lots going on. We've got Abigail writing a book with Freddy. Will has just dropped out of the rabbit hole and is firmly in Wonderland at this point. Like, it's not going well for him at this stage. Hannibal still scheming, still motivated by his desire to understand friendship, this concept that has become new to him, and what he's willing to push to achieve that versus his own curiosities. He's got a lot going on, has Hannibal. Lots and lots going on. Then we got Jack, who is dealing with the illness that his wife has, the obsession with catching the Ripper, and you know, he's not in a good way either. He's dealing with the Will situation in an up and down sort of way. There's lots going on. And of course we still have our character who's stuck in the glass tube, who may well be able to place Hannibal at a crime scene, so that's happening as well. Lots to do, 2 episodes of season 1 to go, and we'll see what they cover, see what they leave dangling. I'm expecting death and drama and eating of human flesh, I guess. I think things are going to go a bit crazy these next 2 episodes, so we'll see what happens. But before we jump into this one, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the reaction and the review that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. There are social links down below, including the Discord server and my Twitch channel. Just head over there and follow, and you can hang out live in the chat. We can talk about all these movies and TV shows. That's all the things. Let's jump into this penultimate episode of season 1. I think all the bad things might start happening from this point. There's going to be a lot of it's shit hitting the fan time. Let's do it. All right, walking around. Oh, he's in the same place as her. That's convenient.
I dream you killed that doctor, that I couldn't see your face.
Well, that might clue him in. That might clue him in a little bit, right? He knows she was there.
Silky chicken in a broth. Wolfberries, ginseng, ginger, red dates, and star anise.
You made me chicken soup.
Yes.
Like, appreciate the broth, man. Please?
Nurses tell me
I put a lot of effort into this.
this young woman you were visiting. How's her recovery?
Yeah, I bet you're curious about that. Told you about seeing someone cutting people's faces off, has she? I feel like we're building towards a bad thing here. I worry for this girl's future, that's fucking sure. A comb. The fuck? Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Hannibal did this, because that's one way to get rid of evidence. Fuck me. Jesus. Well, he was not taking any chances, was he? Fucking hell. I recognise that actor from somewhere as well. That's mad. That's mad that she got killed off this early on. Is he gonna paint the picture, or is Hannibal just hoping they blame Will for this because he's right next to her?
You're trying to be her friend. Impacts the case against her.
Well, the case against her doesn't really matter anymore, does it, Jack?
That's not maybe a good thing to say, Will. I'm worried. I'm so worried that they're gonna think Will did this.
Wasn't really my dad's last victim anyway, was I?
She was the first victim.
A very specific brand of hostility. I see it every time I look at Will Graham. As far as I'm concerned, he killed Nick Boyle.
All right, Freddy. All right.
See?
Is that the clue? Is that him piecing together that it's the Ripper doing this?
She told me there was somebody else there. She couldn't see his face.
There was somebody else there. It was Dr. Sutcliffe.
Come on, Jack. Listen to him. Listen to him. I know it's not painting a good picture for Will, but people need to know this shit.
All her adult life, this woman was misunderstood. What I can do is make sure that her death isn't misunderstood. She didn't kill herself.
Justice, goddammit. Will's going for that. Justice. If he can make it to the finish line on this train of thought, though.
He was copied. Like, whoever killed Marissa Shore and Cassie Boyle wanted to copy how Garrett Jacob Hobbs killed his victims.
Put it together, everyone. Put it together. Come on now.
Are you saying that Dr. Sutcliffe was killed by Garrett Jacob Hobbs's copycat? Will is connecting murders that previously had no connections.
Beyond his involvement in the investigation.
Brilliant. Tell Hannibal. Tell Hannibal this. This is the perfect play, Jack.
Is it really mental illness, Doctor, or is it just that his mind works so differently from most people's that we don't know what else to call it?
Interesting.
Dr. DeMaria, I'm Special Agent Jack Crawford with the
Shit. I didn't expect this. What the fuck's happening? Fucking Jack is out here apparently today.
The patient who attacked me was a former patient of Dr. Lecter.
And he was
Okay.
referred to you by Dr. Lecter?
That's why he feels responsible for it.
He swallowed his tongue while he was attacking me. It's the only thing that saved my life. Hannibal refers to Will Graham more as a friend than as a patient. No, he doesn't have many of them, so I imagine he'd be loyal. It seems to me that Will Graham would do well to have more friends like Dr. Lecter.
I feel there's a lot of double meanings going on here, and I'm not entirely sure what ones.
I thought there was something wrong with me because I didn't feel ugly when I killed Nick Boyle. I felt good. That's why it was so easy to lie about it.
That's why Will hid it as well. He struggled with that exact same thing.
Feels like my dad's still out there.
In a way, he is.
Yeah, he's kind of living inside Will's head.
You mean the copycat?
I think I can catch him. But I'm gonna need your help.
Alright. Will's a man on a mission. He's gonna catch this copycat.
You cannot function as an agent of friendship for a man who is disconnected from the concept, as a man who is disconnected from the concept.
And protecting the
The fucking circles, man.
He has flaws in his
Agent Crawford also asked me about my attack.
What did you tell him?
Half-truths.
Got that for sure. Got that sense.
That I didn't tell him how, or why, or who was responsible.
Feel my suspicions may be correct on that.
When the pressures of my personal and professional relationships with Will grow too great, I assure you, I'll find a way to relieve them.
Alright. That feels like Hannibal's way of saying, I mean, I might like the guy, but I will throw him under the bus if I have to. That's what that felt like.
This could be someone at the Bureau, someone in the police department, someone who knows the crimes and has access to the investigations.
Someone like you.
What is Hannibal doing? He's literally trying to put it into his head. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you doing this.
I'm not hallucinating. I haven't lost time. I am awake, and this is real.
How convenient that Hannibal has painted a picture here that now that Will is actually thinking straight and properly, using his special brain powers that he has, it's making him look crazier than he did previously.
Abigail Hobbs attended orientations at every school where a girl was abducted by the Minnesota Shrike.
She was helping him choose the girls.
I mean, you've only got half the truth, Jack. You've only got half the truth.
And why kill Dr. Sutcliffe? Or the Madison girl?
Because she's got a taste for it now.
That's just jumping to a conclusion. That's just jumping to a conclusion there.
But he has experienced periods of lost time.
Yes, I've seen him confused at crime scenes. I've seen him disoriented. He's taken Abigail Hobbs. You have any idea where they might be going?
Well, that woke him up a little bit.
Don't know how involved. Is it possible that Will knew what Abigail was
I feel
doing?
like
Is that why he
Hannibal's
was
like,
protecting her?
I'm gonna have to throw him under the bus. I really don't want to, but things are heading that way.
Guilty. Because you couldn't save her? Because I felt like I killed her.
We know he was in Dr. Sutcliffe's office the night that he was killed. And Will was the last person to visit Georgia Mansion before she died.
Oh my god, here we fucking go. Here we fucking go. I called this shit.
He said he got so close to Garrett Jacob Hobbs that he felt he was becoming him.
It's a fucking interesting performance from Mads on this. There's a thin line between him trying to sell the lie and whether he is actually feeling shitty about selling Will out at this point. And then he just clicks. He just clicks back into, I think it worked. Where's Alana Bloom? We need Alana Bloom here.
Are you more fisherman or hunter?
My dad taught me how to hunt.
That's not what I'm asking.
He's piecing it together. He knows what the truth is.
I was the lure.
Oh god. Oh god.
I think you're still sick.
Jack Crawford was right about you.
This is fucking tripping me out. The whole thing's tripping me out.
If you didn't kill her, Abigail, then somebody you know did.
I think that somebody could be you.
Oh, Hannibal's just turned everyone against everyone now. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh my god.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave.
He's seizuring again. He's seizuring again. Did no one think to go, this guy might be having a seizure? This is not good. This is not good. If Abigail gets killed here, they're absolutely gonna think it was Will. That whole scene tripped me the fuck out. I'd have no idea what's real anymore. I assume all of that was Will playing out a situation in his head. That's where I'm at.
He knows everything.
So does Jack Crawford.
Yeah, the walls are closing in, Abigail. We've got to do something.
Did he kill Marissa?
They will believe he did. They will believe he killed others too.
Interesting wording there.
Why did you really call?
I wanted to warn your father that Will Graham was coming for him. I was curious what would happen.
Yep.
I was curious what would happen when I killed Marissa. I was curious what you would do.
Just forever pushing and manipulating.
I wanted to see how much like your father you were. Nicholas Ball is more important for you gutting him. He changed you, Abigail.
I just want everyone to be like me.
Are you going to kill me?
I'm so sorry, Abigail.
Fuck. I mean, we all knew this was coming. I still just didn't want to believe it. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Well, we knew we were heading towards the finale, and that was definitely a setup for the finale. Yeah, it just feels like Hannibal is, low-key playing his villain card right now. He's throwing Will under the bus because it's the thing that's going to help him out and keep him off the radar. Like, actively was just like, Will's getting too close to me, so here, Jack, here you go. Here's some evidence against Will. I feel like I've been saying this for a long time throughout the series, that we are building towards Will being framed, for lack of a better term, for everything that's gone wrong. Like, he is Hannibal's get out of jail card when it comes down to it. And I mean, it's a fascinating kind of relationship in that Hannibal is like, I like this guy, I want to be friends with this guy, but at the same time, I don't want to get caught either. So I'm gonna keep the guy at arm's length, but also I want to let him in. But it's a whole thing. It's a whole ordeal, this. I suppose a big cliffhanger here is, will he kill Abigail or will he not? It definitely seems like he's going to. Like, I couldn't protect you in this life, all that kind of thing. And it, it's the thing that will cement the Will, like, Will did this kind of situation if he does kill Abigail, and there it is, we got him, boys. I'm so rattled by this episode, I don't know where to begin. let's just start at the beginning, I guess. Poor girl getting roasted in that fucking tube. Like, I can't believe that happened so quick. I thought, okay, the episode's opening with this. We're probably gonna like have this kind of be the theme of the episode, her sort of dealing with remembering the situation, but nope, that was all in the cold open. We just covered all of that real quick. She gave just the right amount of information to Will for him to start going, huh, this doesn't seem right. But yeah, that sucked for her. Like, just a bad life that she got to lead her. And I recognize the actor. I'm not sure what I recognize her from, but I've definitely seen her somewhere before. So that also surprised me that they decided to kill her off like right there and then. Will had a really interesting kind of balance in this episode between his normal kind of eccentricness. Is his mind in the right place? He had another seizure here, that's for sure. But at the same time, he's putting all the puzzle pieces together. He's like thinking more straight than he has done for the past 3-4 episodes, and it's just making him look even more mad. And it's playing right into Hannibal's hand for him to lay down that get out of jail free card. You know, we're really seeing the game come together that, you know, that Hannibal's been playing this entire season, where he's been placing all the pieces where he wants them to go. And, you know, there's been a few backfires, a few hurdles he's had to adapt to and get over, because I think ultimately he didn't necessarily want to throw Will under the bus, or he didn't necessarily want Abigail to be in this position that we now find ourselves, but he has no qualms about like doing what he has to in order for him to stay safe and out of the law's hands and all of that stuff, and for his identity not to be revealed to everyone. But Mads Mikkelsen's performance is really interesting in terms of conveying all of that. Like I said in the reaction, there is this layer of, you can't necessarily tell whether he's being sympathetic or not, or if he generally feels bad about what he's doing. I guess it's there for interpretation, at least at this point. There may become more clearer answers as the episodes go on going forward. But right here, right now, where I'm at, you can't tell whether he generally feels bad about what he's doing in this situation, or if he just knows, well, this is what I got to do, so I'm gonna do it. I will say I generally do believe he wants Will as his friend because he likes the idea of someone being able to understand him. The only problem with that being, if Will understands him, he will probably reject him and obviously will turn him over to the law or do what he has to do. That's always been the battle for Hannibal. Can I manipulate this guy into my way of thinking, so when he discovers the truth about me, he'll be more accepting of it and will just go with it, kind of thing. Like, that seems to be the game he's been playing, and it looks like he's panicked about it not going that way because Will's catching on and he just wants to catch this copycat, and Hannibal's got to shut that shit down, basically. We're also peeling back the layers on another mystery that was kind of set up when we first got introduced to Hannibal's therapist, played by Gillian Anderson, like this attack on her. But there seems to be this layer of, did Hannibal kill the patient in front of her and she's been protecting him ever since because of that? Or if there's more to it, like there are definitely some double meanings going on in those conversations about that whole situation, like these half-truths, as she puts it when she explained it to Jack, and when she's talking to Hannibal about it. Like, it's a whole thing. I don't know if it's going to get explained in the next episode or if that's going to be a lingering thing that's going to continue on in the seasons ahead. But it is interesting. It's another story to explore amongst everything else that's going on. It definitely feels like a trail for later, like it's seeding something for later, because I feel like there's an awful lot of other things to get wrapped up in this last episode before we start dealing with that. So I feel like that's going to be something that's going to be continuing onwards past this first season anyway. Then we have Jack, who, as I suspected, is getting half the truth, and he's putting together a conclusion that suits his agenda in terms of what he wanted to believe. I mean, he's got the puzzle pieces, they're all there. He knows, he's figured out that Abigail was involved with the original killings, but he's got half the truth in terms of how that came about. He doesn't understand the fact that, you know, she was a victim of her father as much as anybody else, and, you know, he doesn't really, either he doesn't see that or he doesn't care. It's hard to tell, but that's the path he's walking down. But now he's also fully convinced that Will is the copycat killer. And I guess that's the choice Hannibal has. Maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe, I don't know, he's got to make a choice in terms of, is he going to protect Will or is he going to protect Abigail? And that's kind of been lingering on my mind in previous episodes when it came down to this. I'm fairly sure I mentioned this in a previous episode where I was like, I wonder if it is going to come down to a choice between the two of them, and is he going to make Abigail look like the copycat killer, or is he going to make Will look like the copycat killer? Because he could do either one at this stage. Like, Abigail's not dead yet, and he could easily make it look like she was the copycat killer. And I don't know. I have no idea which way he's going to go, because it feels like he's manipulated the situation so Jack could believe either one. And I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. That's the fun of a cliffhanger. We just don't know, but there's an option for both. I guess the only thing is Will does technically have an alibi that he was having a seizure on a plane, which none of the attendants on the plane realized what was going on. But I guess that is an alibi. He has people who can place him on that plane at that time. So I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, the main driving force for this episode just seems like we're heading into the finale. We're putting all the pieces. Hannibal's going to come out and be full like villain in this at the end of the episode. Like, he was just morphed into his true self at the end there with Abigail, where he was like, I'm not hiding anymore. This is the situation, and I'm going to make it work in my favor and do what I have to do. And yep, it was the most Hannibal-esque Hannibal part that we've seen, because he's always been sort of hiding behind sort of the mask that he's been wearing, I suppose, in terms of being this friendly psychologist. He's here to help and all that good stuff, and he just likes making banquets for people, even though it's made of human. No, that ending scene was tense, and his performance definitely was chilling as he went full on, I'm just cold-hearted experimenting with all of you, and I just wanted to see the results. Definitely where I thought we were heading. I just don't know what the final part of his plan is going to be, which is good. It's a good thing when a story, when it hasn't reached its conclusion yet, can keep you guessing and wonder whether it's going this way, is it going that way. You know, that's good. That's solid stuff, in my opinion. As long as it sticks the landing and it doesn't feel like it cops out at the end, which I don't think the show's going to do. I think it's going to commit to something. I just don't know what that something is yet. But yeah, overall, this episode was very much a people talking, sharing the information, some people coming clean, some people getting set up for the finale. It very much was just this is essentially our prelude to our last episode of the season, and we're putting everyone where we need them to be in order to do the big finale. And I don't know, I feel like death and people being thrown under the bus, and I expect Hannibal's probably going to get away with it by the end of it. I don't know. Maybe he won't. Maybe there'll be like a sting in the tail somewhere down the line in this last episode. Like, maybe it will be we think it's going to end like this, and then there's one last scene and it goes, whoop, nope, it's a whole other ending that you didn't see coming. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I will say though, even though, like I say, this was an episode of just exchanging of information between characters, more or less, they did a good job of building the tension in the episode. Like, it started off as, okay, everyone's kind of where we are. Oh, the girl got blown up in her tube. That's bad. But then from there, it was like, okay, everyone's figuring stuff out. They're putting puzzle pieces together. And then as it went along, like, the tension just grew and grew and grew. And then we got to that point of, shit, everything is about to get turned upside down. Probably for worse. There's no for better or for worse. It's just probably for worse. I don't want to say filler, because it definitely isn't filler. It's just a prologue to the finale. And in order to keep that interesting, I think the episode did a good job, as I say, building up that tension like a spring, just winding it up slowly, and you're just waiting for that to go. And it sort of did at the end of the episode, but there's definitely more release to come in the next episode, I feel like. But yeah, I just think it was a good way about handling how to just sort of set everything up whilst remaining tension filled throughout the episode, because they do a good job of making you feel like frustrated with the fact that yes, you have all the puzzle pieces, but you're not connecting them, especially where it comes to Jack. You have the information, you're just putting it together in the wrong order, and boy oh boy is that frustrating, because he's like, you're this far away. You're this far away from the truth, and someone's either going to get hurt or punished when they don't deserve to be, and it's all because you put like this piece over here instead of over here. And but yeah, I'm excited going into the finale. I really am just really interested to see what they're going to do to end it on, what note they're going to end this first season on, and how that might lead into the second season, and what the second season is going to be. Because like I say, I definitely feel like there's going to be a sort of big mix-up, and which will change sort of the entire tone of the second season and what it will be like. Like I said, this season's been very kind of, you know, it's a procedural, but what if Hannibal was on the side of the procedural and Will Graham's investigating these things, and it's been building up towards this big conclusion. So I feel like season 2 is going to change things up a lot, and it's going to rely on whatever the ending of this season is going to be in order to set that up. So who knows? Who knows? I'm excited though. I'm here for it. I'm ready for this finale, but we have to wait a whole week to see what happens. But I'm there. I'm ready. Bring it on. Thank you for watching this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. It helps it get seen by more people. Also consider supporting the channel by subscribing, and you won't miss any future videos. There's social links down below. Go hit those up. But that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.